So William Ruto is trending on social media. When you go on all social medias, you are going to see that William Ruto is trending on social media. So who is William Ruto, and then why is he trending? So William Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya, and then he's trending on social media. We are going to go into why the president of Kenya is trending on social media. My name is Loki. This is Let's Cook. You understand? On Let's Cook, we bring you updates of whatever is happening on social media, and then anything at all that is happening in the world. You understand? So yes, let's go straight into why William Ruto is trending. So William Ruto became president of Kenya on September 13th, 2022. Now you are not president, what you say. And then following his inauguration after winning the presidential election held on the August 9th, 2022. So just in 2022, William Ruto was voted into power to come and then help the country, or to come and handle the affairs of Kenya. But just in 2023, so many protests broke out in the country, and then they were asking for his resignation.
Justice for Ojwang! Justice for Ojwang! Justice for Ojwang! That must go!
We are going to proceed on and say, Kenya must also go. The IG must also go. The IG must also go. The minister in charge, Mr. Mukomen, must also go. If they don't go, the president must also go.
So when William Ruto came into power, I think things were a bit smooth in the beginning, and then just in 2023, it wasn't really going on well because of things happening in the government and economic situations as well. Fast forward 2024, William Ruto and his government decided to introduce a bill. So the bill was called the Financial Bill. So the Financial Bill seek to increase some commodities in the country and then some taxes and here and there. That is where Kenyans vexed. They got very angry and saying that William Ruto came into power promising that he wasn't going to introduce taxes. He wasn't going to burden the ordinary Kenyan because they already had a worse economic situation. So if you are coming in, it means you are coming to help or assist the country or help citizens ease the burden on the ordinary Kenyan. You understand? But then the finance bill came and then it did otherwise. And then there were no jobs as well because youth in Kenya were asking for jobs. So if there are no jobs, then make you no come increase anything for the country inside. Make you no come burden the Ghanaian, the Kenyan citizen. You understand? So the finance bill also seek to increase the price of bread. And then when you go to Kenya, bread is something is their like I would say the cheapest commodity or something you can easily get in the country. You understand? So even the poorest of the poor in Kenya could afford bread. You understand? Because when you are up in the morning, at least you have to eat something. So that is their go-to meal. Even if you don't have money, you don't get anything for your body self. Kenya, you can just go and then get bread, add something, and then you are good to go with your breakfast. But then if you are going to put taxes on that commodity, that means no. It means it won't make the ordinary person suffer. You understand? The ordinary Kenyan suffer. So that is how the protest began. So they had to protest and then they had to call for the finance bill to be withdrawn. So in 2024, we saw a widespread of protests in the country that shook the president. So he decided to say, no, let me act. You understand? So he withdrew the finance bill from parliament. He also changed his cabinet. He changed some of his ministers. He had to collapse his government appointees, some of the boards and all that. You understand? To satisfy the Kenyan. Because that is what they were calling for. Even in 2024, they were calling for him to resign. But then he had to take drastic measures to appeal to the Kenyan youth so that at least he can get them very calm and then to be able to also come back to the normal government activities. So recently, something happened in Kenya. You understand? So there was a journalist. He's a blogger, and then I would say a content creator who has been creating content and then also criticizing the government. So police took this guy, and then the guy died in the custody of the police. You understand? So this happened, and then the protest began again. You understand? Because why would the police arrest a blogger and also a journalist, and then the journalist also dying in their hands? Because if in Kenya, the police has a bad name. You understand? The police has a bad reputation of corruption and all that. So the Kenyan population or the Kenyan citizen doesn't trust the police in Kenya. So if the population have lost trust in the Kenyan police, why then do you arrest a citizen and then allow the citizen to even die in your custody? You understand? So this is what has brought about another protest in the country. And then it has also resurrected, or it has also brought about old issues as well. So the issue of economy, the issue of corruption, the issue of mistrust in the government and all that has come again. And then people are asking for the resignation of William Ruto. So let's go into the background and then some causes of the crisis. So the issues of Kenyans are, one, economic hardships and then tax protest. You understand? So the protest initially erupted in June 2024, sparked by the controversial Finance Bill 2024, which proposed to tax hikes on essentials like bread and cooking oil to address Kenyans' 80 billion national debt and meet International Monetary Fund. What you say? You know, say Ghana with the IMF. Same with Kenya to the IMF. You understand? For African countries, I don't know what they happen. They just say every time with the IMF. IMF to what's up with IMF. When IMF comes in, it means they're going to give you conditionalities. When IMF is coming in, it means you've not been able to handle your economy well. You understand? So they have to give you some measures. They have to force you to put some measures in place. You have to cut down expenses. You have to cut down some government appointments. You have to cut down on jobs in government so that you can meet their demand before they can give you or before they can assist you with money. You know, International Monetary Fund, which is IMF, that is what they do. They come assisting countries who have been able to, or who have not been able to manage the economy well. That is what they do. They come and then they give you a handout in terms of cash to be able to stabilize the economy and then bring the economy back on track. So secondly, the issue of corruption and mistrust. So Ruto's government, Ruto's administration has been accused of perpetuating corruption with public displays of wealth by political elites, fueling resentment. Protests, including activist Boniface Mwangi, have criticized the government that state-sponsored goons have targeted demonstrators. You understand? So in Kenya, you know, political appointees have been flaunting wealth here and there, and then whilst the Kenyan suffer, or the ordinary Kenyan suffer. So in politics, anything matters, or anything at all you do matters. You understand? So how you portray yourself, how you dress, how you flaunt your wealth, is very important. You understand? So that is what is happening in Kenya. And then police brutality, like I mentioned earlier. Police brutality has been one major cause of the protests as well in Kenya. the killing of a blogger, like I mentioned, in police custody, and the shooting of an opponent's bystander at close range during protests in June 2024 intensified demands for accountability in Kenya. And then youth-led protests, and which is the hashtag Ruto Must Go. So the protests are largely driven by Kenyans, Gen Z, and then young people who have rejected traditional ethnic-based politics and are demanding systematic change. That is why they are protesting. So you can see these things happening in various countries on the continent, you understand? And then in Kenya, it is worse. It is worse. You can see on the streets, police shooting protesters, and then how do you call it? Kenyans also retaliating with more protests. So it's a bad situation in Kenya, and then we wish things go on well. But then you know what? There hasn't been any Kenyan president who has resigned in the country before. You understand? So for the black person or for the black presidents, I don't know. I hardly know of any black president who has resigned. Like, Ina go there, talks to things when they go on well, my people say make I resign, then you go resign. I know hear some before. I've never heard it before that a black president has decided to resign. So in 2024, citizens of Kenya called for Ruto to resign, but he responded by dismissing his cabinet and then withdrawing the finance bill, and then also cutting down some contracts of government and all that. So it put to rest the protest and then the minds of Kenyans. But then with the recent happenings, the protests have begun again, and then it's massive. So day after day, the protest keeps increasing, you understand? And then we are going to follow the issue in Kenya and then see how it goes. We don't know if Ruto will resign, but I doubt he's going to do that, you understand? And then people are saying that, they are sure by June 25th June 2025, he's going to resign. But let's see what the African president, the Kenyan president is going to do, whether to resign or to remain in power or to hold on to power. It is what it is. My name is Loki. This is Let's Cook. This is the story of Kenya, the story of the protests happening in Kenya. We'll keep following the issues, and then we bring you updates. Yes, subscribe to the channel and put us on post notification so that whenever we drop a video, you get notified to go and watch. Share the videos as well. Leave your comments of what you think in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.